The gentleman from North Carolina seek recognition.
Madam Speaker, I seek unanimous consent to address the House for 1 minute.
Without objection, the gentleman is recognized for 1 minute.
Madam Speaker, you are not God. Your will does not bend the forests or shake the mountains. And let me assure you, your will does not bow the knee of millions of my countrymen who refuse to heed your callous command. To threaten arrest on others for their own personal medical decisions is nothing short of a medical apartheid, and I will not let it stand. For if I am to cowardly bend the knee here like those on the left wish, then what is to stop you all from taking your tyranny to the rest of this country that I love? How dare anyone in this institution attempt to dictate to the patriots of my staff how they may live their lives? For one to think that because they have the title honorable attached to their name means that they may dictate what others may say and think repulses me. What makes this nation special is that in this free land, the people are the royalty. So arrest us if you will, but I will not cower and I will not bend. Madam Speaker, you have come to take away our liberties. But Madam Speaker, in this country, you are outnumbered. With that, I yield back.
Purpose is a gentleman from North Carolina seek recognition.
I seek unanimous consent to address the House for 1 minute.
Without objection, the gentleman is recognized for 1 minute.
Madam Speaker, the Taliban is emboldened today. They have found a new reason to cry death to America. That reason is Joe Biden. His foreign policy is not America first, it's Taliban first. Mr. President, listen carefully, and I'll say it slowly just for you. No man left behind. That's leadership. Here's my pledge to the Taliban. You may chant death to America today, but mark my words, the levers of power will be in strong hands soon. If you harm an American, we will rain down vengeance upon you with the wrath and fury that will put the fires of hell to shame. Psalm 91 promises us that God will be our refuge and our fortress. But you do not worship my God or heed his promises. So when we come for you, there will be no refuge, no cave, no crevice you can crawl into that will save you from our wrath. So to those who hate America and all that we stand for, read my lips. I am young and I have a long memory. When power in Washington inevitably shifts, we will not forget you because we're in the business of killing terrorists. And pretty soon, business will be booming. With that, I yield back. Speaker, this is my generation's long-form death certificate. You endorsed it, you own it, and you will pass it. But I will be the one who pay for it. My generation. And if America still stands, my grandchildren will pay for this Trojan horse of a socialist proposal. $3.5 trillion in unhinged, unconscionable, irredeemable spending. It's the final nail in the coffin of the American dream. Karl Marx would even call this bill radical. Look at this. This is a pallet of $100 million. And for scale, beside that is me. And behind all of that is what the Democrats are proposed to spend. You've stolen my generation's checkbook. And Madam Speaker, we want it back. No American who votes for this trash should ever see the inside of a legislative chamber ever again. They should never take another oath of office for Congress, for State House. Hell, they shouldn't even be able to get on a mosquito control board because they have endorsed the demise of the country they swore to protect. This is what crushing, overwhelming, unrecoverable debt looks like. And we haven't even talked about the substance. This proposal is legislative malfeasance on the lifeblood of our country, energy independence, and more importantly, energy dominance. You show me a nation's energy policies, and I'll show you the future of that nation. Under President Trump, our energy independence carved out our standing in the world. We were the captains of our destiny, not Middle East kingdoms. We augmented our national security through America First energy independence, not foreign reliance. America was leading the world. But when Joe Biden took office, our soaring, thriving energy independence came trashing down. Failed policies, fatal spending. That's your legacy, Madam Speaker. You have put before us a death wish for America. You stand guilty of financial treason, Madam Speaker, but the sentence will be served out by my generation. With that, my friend, I'll give it back to you.
Gentleman from North Carolina seek recognition.
Madam Speaker, I rise and you ask of unanimous consent to address the House for 1 minute and to revise and extend my remarks.
Without objection, the gentleman is recognized for 1 minute.
Madam Speaker, there is nothing an American will not do to defend his country. I rise today in defense of my homeland. I am angry not just for the destruction of American values perpetrated by those on the left, but I am angry because my colleagues simply do not seem to care. They do not care that our border is non-existent, that 6,000 criminals cross into our country daily. They do not care that 64% of federal arrests are of illegal immigrants. And they do not care that America's welfare and infrastructure system simply cannot handle this influx of criminal immigrants. They do not care because to them, power is all that matters. I have a message to the power-hungry and the partisan. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. It is in the nature of Americans to be kind. It is in our nature to be gentle and loving. But know this, when it comes to the matter of protecting our friends, our family, and our heartland, do not trifle with this representative democracy. For we the people will not stop. We will never back down. We will give our everything to protect those dear to us.
Gentleman's
This
time
is our
has
country.
expired.
This is our republic. Finish the wall.
My fellow Americans, the heart of our nation is broken tonight. Americans, the bravest, most courageous among us, lay dead in the streets of Kabul today. They were spouses, parents, family members, American patriots. They had hopes and they had dreams. They were truly the best among us. But even as the world reels and even as we grieve, the United States stands strong. Our freedom remains intact. But it remains intact because there are hundreds of thousands of service members who are just as brave and just as ready to pay the ultimate price. But though we stand strong today, it is incumbent upon we the people to be vanguards of our republic and take steps to save American lives. In times of trial and hardship, when it seems our government has failed us, we turn to our leaders for answers. We demand accountability because that's innately American. Inaction and indecisiveness have defined our politics for far too long. The hallmark reaction of far too many leaders today has been to roll over and surrender, to do nothing. Those days are over. This is not a time for impassioned speeches followed by no action. With that in mind, when I look to our Commander-in-Chief, I do not see someone who maliciously makes poor decisions. And yet today we witness devastating heartbreak. American carnage is a direct result of his inept and incompetent actions. Joe Biden does not simply have a pattern of poor decision-making. His mental decline is on full display. Our enemies know it. Americans have witnessed it. His disastrous Afghanistan withdrawal proves even further. Our executive is in crisis. President Biden's physical inability to lead is not a political talking point. It is a demonstrable fact. Our president is not mentally fit to serve as president of these United States. I truly believe that he is unable to discharge the duties of the office he holds. That is why today I sent letters to each member of the president's cabinet and to the vice president asking that they invoke the 25th Amendment of the United States Constitution and remove Joe Biden from his office. I am also calling on Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, to immediately call Congress back into session to construct a disability review council and assess the president's state. I cannot sit idly by and watch the nation that I love spiral into death and devastation because our leader cannot discharge his duties. When there is no time to wait, the time for action is now. I take no pleasure in sending this request. The gravity of this weighs heavily on me, but I find no other recourse. We must not allow this mentally unstable individual to direct our country for 1 second longer. The future of our republic must be guarded. The lives of American citizens must be preserved. The time to act is now. Thank you. God bless you, and may God bless these United States of America.
What purpose does the gentleman from North Carolina seek recognition?
I seek unanimous consent to speak for 1 minute.
Without objection, the gentleman is recognized for 1 minute.
Madam Speaker, you have squandered the inheritance of a generation today. You have governed with abandon and exchanged financial assurance for instant gratification. Today, you didn't pass a budget plan. You passed a death wish for America. It is easy for you to sit up there and authorize $68 trillion over the next 10 years because you will never have to shoulder the financial burden of your actions. Your roadmap for our future is a highway to hell. You have exchanged the American dream for a socialist nightmare. To the American people, you have been lied to. Your taxes will be raised because of the actions of Democrats today. I shudder to think of what our country, our city on a hill, our beacon of freedom will look like in a generation we have delivered a nation devoid of treasure to our children. We will give account one day for our actions in this Congress.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.